Hey guys, welcome back. This is fullphonekg.com and this is HP Omen 17. That means that there's a 15-inch model as well. So this is a 17-inch model with the full HD screen, but there is also one with the UHD 4K Ultra HD screen. So inside the packaging, we have the laptop, obviously, and some more below that. So opening up the box gives us this. There's a power cord, and what you connect to that power cord is this power brick, and it literally is almost a power brick. It has an output of 230 watts. That's a pretty impressive number with 19.5 volts and 11.8 amps. So that's a big power brick to support that quad-core processor and GTX 1060 with 6 gigabytes of RAM. And interestingly enough, they bundled in a DVD drive. So this is a DVD RW drive. As a multimedia PC, well, we call it a gaming PC, you may want to burn a disc. I don't know why, but you could. So rest assured that you can always use your older medium. Having a freebie is always a good thing, so there's nothing to complain about that. Moving on to the laptop itself. So this, again, is a pretty big laptop. 17-inch is never a small number. It looks like carbon plate on top, but it actually is just a thin piece of plastic. It doesn't really look that sturdy. You can see that the parts are not that rigid on the outside, but we'll deal with that later. Moving on to the right-hand side gives us the number of the ports. There's an SD card reader and a very interesting hard drive indicator, DisplayPort Mini micro DisplayPort, USB 3.0 port, 2 of them, a HDMI port, Ethernet, that's a gigabit Ethernet, and a power adapter slot port right there. Moving on to the opposite, gives us the Kensington lock hole and the ventilation hole with another USB 3.0 port and the earphone and microphone port, each of them now combined for a combo port like most of the laptops these days. So that's pretty much it. The back has an Omen logo. There's a little marking right there. Aside from that, there are 2 hinges, and that's pretty much what it has. So opening up the laptop gives us that 17 inches of full HD panel, and this is a non-glare. This is an anti-glare panel, and under that is a full-scale keyboard. So that is the keyboard along with the number pad right there. So if you want that, there it is. Power key right there, and a speaker is powered by Bang & Olufsen. It doesn't sound that impressive, but still, effort is what counts, right? And a relatively big touchpad is right there, and these internal parts are also made out of plastic as well. Since this is a pretty powerful PC, you can run pretty much anything that you want. You can play Overwatch, League of Legends, or you can use it for a VR experience like Vive that requires that much of processing power. And I think it's gonna run totally fine with the video editing like Adobe Premiere as well. It's got an M.2 SSD that's pretty fast, and that 16 gigabytes of RAM is going to be able to aid whatever you're trying to run. It's got a dual coolers on the side, so when you're playing 3D games, it's gonna make some noise. So make sure to amp up the volume when you're in the game. They say that it can run as long as 7.5 hours, but I think that's only when you're typing or when you're surfing the net. When you're playing 3D games like it's intended to be, I'm pretty sure it's only going to be able to last around 2.5 hours to 2 hours. So that was a quick look at the HP Omen 17. It's a pretty big laptop, pretty capable, and pretty pricey as well, but still cheaper than most of the higher end premium laptops like Razer Blade. We hope it helped. If you have any questions, please leave them down in the comment. You can always meet us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Google+. We'll see you guys later. Ciao.